Alright, it's finally time to hit Noveria, which technically makes this the final stretch of the game. We have like 7 parts of Noveria and then 3 or 4 parts of Ilos and stuff that happens around that. Now, Noveria is the most cynical planet in this game because it's just a business world for people who don't want to be bound by Citadel law. So
That sounds very boring.
So here we are, a Citadel enforcer going to a planet that wants to avoid Citadel interference. This is gonna be unpleasant.
It just kind of sounds like a dumb idea, honestly.
This launch tower control guy is the most douchebaggish guy in the game. Like, he just has that voice, you know? The voice that makes you want to punch him. Maybe he's the male incarnation of Khaleesa bin Sina Nelajalani. Well, I'd take the Renegade Interrupt to punch him. Okay, anyway. We're gonna do that thing again where we're still wearing our fatigues, but we walk to the front door anyway, and then remember, oh fuck, we should put our armor on before we leave, and walk all the way back down to the lower deck to put our armor on, and then come back up with a party.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why he says that. It sounds like he's crestfallen. Like, he's really upset the landing tower controller was that mean to him. But that doesn't match his attitude at all.
I'm pretty sure that line only happens after Ashley and Caden die, so is he still grieving about that?
Oh, man.
Joker, that was like 10 missions ago.
That was 10 planets ago. You're still not over it? I'm over it. I was trying to date the guy. Oh, man. Now, this set of armor that I got for Liara looks actually pretty kind of cool. But the most surreal thing is that in Mass Effect 3, you actually do get a suit of heavy armor for Liara. She looks so weird in heavy armor. It's like
Just her in a Big Tin can.
Yeah, 2 straight games of her being in nothing but clothing and light armor, and suddenly she has, like, metal plates and shoulder pads and everything. It's like, what the fuck?
That's far enough.
Hi, Maiko. Maiko. How does it pronounce when you've got that extra E in there? Is the E silent? I don't know. Oh. Yeah.
I'd say Mako.
And, Kira Sterling. She's, we're gonna kill her in about 20 minutes. He's like, no, you're not taking my gun, okay? I need my gun.
They're trying to take our guns.
This is a quirk that my particular Shepard has, is that I always take the Renegade option when someone tries to relieve her of her gun. It leads to one of the funniest lines in Mass Effect 2 as well.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less.
So why did we have to go to this specific planet again?
Because Matriarch Benezia was sighted here.
Okay.
Matriarch Benezia being Liara's mother, and also Saren's sidekick.
Because when we were presenting the evidence that Saren was evil, the person that Saren was talking to was Matriarch Benezia, so...
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am Gianna Parasini.
Benezia was also the person that, what was it, Shiala from Theros followed.
You understand our security chief was only doing her job.
Anyway, Gianna Parasini, she's sort of a recurring NPC from Mass Effects 1 and 2. Another character who just mysteriously vanishes from Mass Effect 3. She basically exists to give you a paragon option for getting through this stupid situation. You are space bond,
Unusual?
and you are being cock-blocked by the administrator of this facility because you need a garage pass to go out in your tank. You
Wait,
need a
so
garage
wait,
pass to go
where-
out in your tank.
we're not able to do our job because we didn't pay our parking ticket.
We're not able to do our job because Administrator Analeus is an asshole and won't let you go through it won't let you actually go out. Oh, you're allowed to land, sure, because they don't want to piss off the council, but they don't want to let you go to the hot lab that's dropped out of contact for 5 days because they're afraid you'll find something bad that'll put Noveria in a bad place with the council.
Let me guess, we find something bad that puts Noveria in a bad place with the council.
You could say that, yes.
Maybe.
But before that, we're going to find something bad that puts Analeus in a bad spot with the council, or rather, a bad spot with Noveria itself, rather, I should say. Because Gianna Parasini, although she is the secretary of Analeus on the surface, she is in fact an agent for internal affairs. And Analeus is an embezzler. Now, there is nothing more infuriating than being cock-blocked by someone while you're trying to enforce the law, only to find out that they are in fact breaking another law. At that point, you'd think Analeus would want to just not piss off the Spectre who could shoot him in the face, but, well, yeah.
Jellyfishing.
Merchant Oppold gives you a side quest here, and I'm going to do it for completionist's sake, but most playthroughs I say, no, fuck off, because he wants you to go smuggle him something, you know? Because he has a,
What are we smuggling?
I don't know, he has a package that he needs to get to a Krogan mercenary guy or something in there.
I have a big package for you right here.
Bing-ba-ding-ba-doo-boo.
And, you could go back to the landing pad and get it. It's literally just a matter of going back the way you came after talking to this guy, picking something up, and walking back. It's not interesting at all. There are 2 side quests here. The other one I actually do say fuck off to, because it's corporate espionage, and fuck that shit.
I don't remember the specific details, but I know that if you want to speed run this planet really quickly and just get to the action, I'm pretty sure you can sell this jellyfish out to Analeus and he'll actually give you a pass.
I forgot about that, yeah. There's like 5 different ways that you can handle Analeus. You can do the thing with Merchant Oppold. You can also help Gianna Parasini and convince the guy that has the evidence she needs to help her out of the goodness of his heart. Or you can help Gianna Parasini but actually blackmail him into helping her.
I have no problem with that.
Or you can tell Analeus that Gianna Parasini is with internal affairs and watch gleefully as they kill each other dead, and then just walk into the room and take Analeus's garage pass from him and walk out. It's, yeah, Renegade Shepard in this game is evil. I'm not even going to deny it. Renegade Shepard is legitimately evil in this game.
It's for the good of the galaxy.
The thing about the helping Gianna Parasini but blackmailing Laura Keene to help her, though, that option gets you a fuck ton of Paragon points and a fuck ton of Renegade points in the same move. So it's actually, yeah, you get like 34 or something Paragon points for helping Gianna Parasini, but you also get like 34 Renegade points for using blackmail to do it.
You
Huh.
first. I'm just a security guard.
It's stuff like that makes me say, you know, it's easy to fill up both meters to a certain point in this game.
I'm a test case. The council
And you
wants
don't
to
get
see
those
if
kind of
humans are
mixed
reasonable
alignment
enough.
choices in Mass Effects 2 or 3 either. Eh.
Do you think it was them trying to make it more simple, or I suppose streamlined, or do you think it was just
I
worse writing?
I'm not sure. I honestly couldn't say.
I would say streamlining, because, like, I don't think you ever really do stuff like this in 2 and 3 to the extent that you do in 1. Like, you spend a lot of time at the opening dock of Noveria trying to figure out how to get Annalais's pass. So you're talking to the internal affairs agent, you're talking to the merchant, you know, you're doing all this backtracky stuff, going on the elevators, and the elevators make Noveria really slow and dull, because if I want to go to this floor, elevator. If I want to go to where the internal affairs agent is, elevator. If I want to do this, elevator. And it's just like, oh my god.
When do we get to the ride? This is the ride.
Yeah, the elevator's gonna drop like a bullet any second. Tower of Terror.
But everyone also thinks they have
I
a
wish.
special right to take over everything.
I've been on the Tower of Terror. It was interesting.
Don't they have their own security?
They're actually getting rid of the California one to make it,
Yeah.
I think, a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, actually. Which is...
See, Marvel really does ruin everything.
But that's Twilight Zone. It's
Yeah, the Twilight Zone's from the 50s, dude. Like,
But it's
it's
Twilight
it's not
Zone.
it's not
Everyone
exactly
knows the Twilight
relevant.
Zone. Everyone knows the Twilight Zone.
Oh
Though.
yeah, well Mickey Mouse is from the 20s. Fuck you.
At least the Orlando one is still around.
Probably. Apparently, like, the people who work at Disney, the Tower of Terror is, like, the best one to work at because you don't have to smile all the time if you work at the Tower of Terror.
You can be all creepy and stuff.
One of the speaking quirks that I've noticed with this one character in particular, Mako, Maeko,
Mega Tsunami?
her, Matsuo. Yeah, that's her last name. When okay, so the logic the logic in this universe is that languages are auto-translated by some invisible device that you never see.
Green Lantern rings?
So yeah, basically it allows you to understand what's being said as long as it's in a language that you know can be translated into the one you're listening to. And it's not just a throwaway thing, because in at least one conversation with Thane in Mass Effect 2, he says a word in Drell that doesn't have an equivalent word in English, so Shepard hears the word and says, I think my translator just glitched. What was that? And yeah.
But is it possible to, in like later games to have people talk in a completely different language? You
No,
just can't
it
understand
doesn't
because you
happen.
don't understand
But
dialect.
one of the
Doesn't happen.
translation quirks that pops up in this game is that when you talk to Matsuo, whenever she uses an honorific in Japanese, you hear the honorific. Because there's no word for it in English. So that's an interesting little detail there. I mean, usually in anime and stuff, when they're translating Japanese, they just leave that shit out.
That's thoughtful of you.
It depends on what you're watching. Some
I've
things
never
will leave
heard
them
an
in.
officially dubbed anime that uses honorifics.
Show me what you're saying.
I think a lot of high school
A
stuff.
little bit of
uses it.
Azumanga Daioh does a little bit, Fulikuli does.
The Persona 4 anime does it. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
because the Persona games do that.
yeah, but
I
still,
was gonna say, I've only heard that stuff in the Persona games where they'll just openly say, "Oh, senpai." So
Yeah, they toss around
Oh,
Japanese.
what kind of pie?
Basically, they tried to keep things as faithful as they could, unless there was no way to get it to translate. For example,
What you're selling.
there's no way to translate into English Mitsuru Kirijo speaking English. You know, because all the dialogue is English, so she speaks French instead. But yeah. All right. Also, this area, this lobby area, it's very pretty, but it's also very large. It takes a while to walk across, to be honest. It gives me Soliana flashbacks.
ho ho.
Hi, Gianna. Okay,
How can I help?
Hey,
so can
what
you can you like phase through the walls or like walk on bridges that don't exist or something?
Thankfully, no.
Commander Shepard.
Although,
Are there random bright red springs that launch you all over the place?
no. It would be more entertaining if there was.
Oh yeah, but with this game's ragdoll physics.
I don't get Administrator Analaeus' office. It's the most barren thing, and yet he has this big ass wall in between the front door to his office and his office, and he puts his secretary outside that wall. Who designed this place?
Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Safety?
Don't be
Pshaw.
ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no
No, thank you, I
precautions
just
against
ate.
loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do I look like a politician to you? I mean, how many politicians do you know that run around in camouflage armor and toting guns around?
She's up at peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory.
Okay, Analaeus, I just want to level with you, okay? You might have a super terrorist on your planet, and I'm kind of chasing them. I really don't care about this bullshit.
I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from
I like Rex's line here, by the way, and I didn't know he would say that when I brought him out. It's just like, okay, you let a bunch of Asari who can kill you with their brains around, but we had trouble with guns? Like, really? At that point, why do you bother?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is
Okay,
authorized
you
to
are
act
aware
as
Saren is a criminal
She's
now,
been
right?
business for
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was on the news.
acquired Saren's
Fake news.
That's all fake news. Yeah, that's all fake news.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Regardless, there is a blizzard in the air. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable
Road
for
trip,
travel.
boys.
Issue of this Shepard.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, but you don't know what China stuff my tank can roll over.
Any other questions?
It literally goes over everything.
My time and waste costs the company 12
Oh,
credits.
man.
Keep a running tally.
Do you do business
Every
with
minute
Saren?
of my time you waste costs a company 12 credits.
He's a major investor in Binary
Great.
Helix
Alright, how many minutes do I have to waste before I bankrupt your company?
It's possible.
Because I
Know what you
totally
should,
will if you
know
don't
what you
want
should
me
do
to.
after he says that is just not do something and just
I have
stand
no
there.
questions at this time.
Yeah, just actually test about
Just
that.
no, and then just like 30 seconds in, start counting the seconds from 31 on up.
Yeah.
And then fuck with him once he gets to 59 and make him lose count.
I forget what game it is that actually does that, where if you don't choose a dialogue option, they actually go like, hello? Hello?
Walking Dead. If you don't choose anything, the game defaults to silence, and people call you out on it if you do it too much.
Well, no. Actually, no, I do remember. It was Fallout 4, because I'm talking specifically in that they will literally not move the conversation or engage in the conversation and move it along unless you choose something. But if you don't choose something, they just silence, and then the guy goes, hello? And it happens all the time in Fallout 4. If you don't choose anything in Fallout 4, every now and then there's just gonna be like, Wanderer? Hello?
Oh man. It just seems like inserting a Sonic the Hedgehog idle animation into the Mass Effect conversation wheel.